Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Shelach. The question of the week is, what was the sin of the spies? So in this week's Torah portion, we learn about Moshe Rabbeinu sending the spies to scout out the land of Israel. And they came back with a terrible report, and because of that, they were punished. So the question is asked, what did they do wrong? They were sent to scout out the land, and they came back and gave the report. They shouldn't have came back and gave a report. They should give a false report. I mean, came back and they gave an honest report. What was the sin? So Rashi says something very interesting. That you give a look, this week's Torah portion, Parsha Shelach, is right next to the Torah portion that deals with Miriam, where she spoke bad against Moshe Rabbeinu. So Rashi says, why are two sections connected? Because since Miriam spoke against Moshe Rabbeinu, bad about Moshe Rabbeinu, she was punished, and the spies, they spoke bad about the land of Israel, so they were also punished. But Rebbe says, you give a look, what does Rashi say? Rashi uses an interesting term, iske diba. Iske is almost like a preoccupation. They were busy about this conversation. In other words, what was Miriam's sin? She also spoke about Moshe Rabbeinu, a true story. The problem was, Rashi saying, is iske. She got involved, yes, she saw something, and she was talking about it, and she was telling everyone about it. That was the issue. It wasn't what she said. It was the fact that she was promoting this discussion. And what happens when you talk about something, that's when it leads to all these terrible things. Something happens, deal with it, fix it, talk in short, and come up with a remedy. The Miraglim did the same exact thing. They went to scout out the land and they saw issues. They should have came back and short, give their list of the issues, or told Moshe Rabbeinu privately, but no. They went and they had to tell everybody, and they made a whole this drama. So what Rashi is saying is, what was the issue over here? The issue was iske diba, that they created all this gossip and all this chaos and all the drama for no reason. And because of that, they were punished. So the answer to the question, what was the sin of the spies? Not that they gave back a report. The sin was that they gossiped about it, and they spoke about it, and they instigated about it. They would have came back and said what they said, that's fine. You need to know what's going on. And I think it's a beautiful lesson in life. There are issues you have to deal with, but don't gossip and create all this drama, because only terrible and negative things will come out from it. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to memory of Baruch ben Ari Leib, Shlomo and Yosef, and Rachel Baslipa. May their souls be elevated by Torah we're studying in their memory. Have a great and blessed week. Shavua Tov.